three, 1, 2, 3, wrestling you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a body slam, choke slam, hit you raw. This is wrestling with Savage. Back down, hold the title. This is wrestling with Savage.
The epitome of scrapping them toe to toe. We ride or die, my kingdom's with me, legendary up in my road. Terry limbs up on my pole, the ankle lock grip is accurate. Greek God in the flesh, every move is immaculate.
Savage Kingdom, march on bones. Savage Kingdom, fight, we reign. Savage Kingdom, march on bones. Savage Kingdom, fight, we reign.
I be the king of the ring, the mightiest force to be reckoned with. The unstoppable, immovable manager, cause an exodus of other voices making money choices and wins. PG era is dead, the savage era begins.
Red and green, 1, 2, 3, wrestling you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a body slam, choke slam, hit you raw. This is wrestling with Savage. Back down, hold the title. This is wrestling with Savage.
The real boss of all bosses, pile drivers, hip tosses. We holding multiple titles while you keep stacking up losses. Lost the talent that flosses, y'all can't even present a match. I'm in a tour in his army, breaking backs upon the mats.
Savage Kingdom, march on bones. Savage Kingdom, fight, we reign. Savage Kingdom, march on bones.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with Savage. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It's time for Dynamite. It's time for AEW Weekly Update, and it has been a great... What was that? They're messing with me already. I don't know what they're doing, but we're going to get right into it. AEW Weekly Update. Elliot coming out hot out the gate saying fire Dynamite episode, and he is not wrong. But let's talk about Rampage. Let's talk about Collision, which led to All In. A lot to talk about from Rampage. Iron Savage is taking a loss to the Gates of Agony. Good matchup, but, you know, keep it moving. Robin Renegade versus Mina Shira Kara. Mina would pick up the win, so she's always gaining momentum on AEW. The ladies division on AEW has been fire as of lately. I'm liking all the matches that I'm hearing about, and the ones that I'm watching are even better. Roderick Strong staying strong, defeating Fuego del Sol, and that's an awesome victory. Big win, big pickup for him. I have been nothing but impressed with Mr. Roderick Strong. The guy is a stud, okay? Let's just be honest about it. Roderick Strong is a stud. In my opinion, he could be a future world champion. Will he be a future world champion? That remains to be seen. But I wouldn't say that it's unlikely. A lot of people would say it's unlikely. I don't think it's unlikely. I think Roderick Strong is that good of a talent. He's that strong in the ring, that strong of a character. He's really developing his mic skills. His personality seems that he's comfortable. And when Roderick Strong is comfortable in the ring, that's one thing. But when he's comfortable on the microphone, now we're talking about a different kind of monster. I love Roderick Strong. I can see him going toe-to-toe with guys like Swerve Strickland, Bryan Danielson, MJF. Why not? Roderick Strong is sick. It might be Crowbar messing with me. We'll have a word with Crowbar later tonight, but we'll keep it moving. Roderick Strong, like I said, nonstop impressive on AEW this year. We move on to the Conglomeration versus Brian Cage, Johnny TV, and the Beast Mordos. And of course, when Orange Cassidy is involved, you know there's going to be him winning, right? They're always going to, they love Orange Cassidy. So his team's in a good place right now. They continue to get wins. The Von Erichs versus the Outrunners. Von Erichs, again, looking good on Dynamite. Young studs in the business, so keep your eyes peeled for them. The Von Erichs have everything. They have all the tools. They have the look. They have the height. They have the strength. They have the speed. They just need the reps, and the reps are coming right now. Compliments of All Elite Wrestling. Rampage overall looked like a better show than recent weeks, probably because it's one of the build-up shows to All In. Moving on to Collision, we had the Conglomeration winning again 2 nights in a row. This time they defeated the Undisputed Kingdom. Mark Briscoe has been on a tear, and I guess him teaming up with Orange Cassidy, somehow, some way, I could see them becoming tag team champions one day. Orange Cassidy and Mark Briscoe, I'm calling it right now, future world AEW tag team champions. Willow Nightingale picking up the win against Harley Cameron. Harley having a rough run this week, especially tonight. We'll get into that later tonight. Shibata was taking on Jay Lethal, and Jay Lethal has been like the punching bag for AEW for quite some time now, and it's upsetting. I mean, don't get me wrong. Shibata is a great wrestler, probably even better than Jay Lethal. Shibata's got great presentation, great style, an even better look. I mean, he looks like a movie star. He looks like he's right out of a kung fu movie, ready to kick some ass. And I'm not trying to be stereotypical there, but he looks like a superstar. He looks like someone that you would see in Hollywood in a movie playing a gangster. He looks great. But Jay Lethal has to, always take these L's. Good matches. Jay Lethal's always going to put on a good match. And that's why they go to him time to time again to put on shows and put on bangers. And we keep it moving right there. There was also a match, apparently Statlander and Hathaway. They had a match, but there was no graphic for that match even made. Hook took down Big Bill, which was, to me, bullshit, because let's be honest, Big Bill can beat the hell out of Hook, right? Hook is poor Big Bill. Poor Big Bill. And this is all just to put over Hook and put over that fake FTW title that doesn't mean anything. Sorry, Taz. I love you, but that tire should be left on the shelf at home. Your son should go on his own path. Him turning on you needs to be AEW's version of Dom and Rey Mysterio. You guys should be going at it, hopefully sooner than later. He needs to spread away from you so he can make his own mark on this business. Jeff Jarrett versus Aurelia Davari, and Jeff Jarrett picking up another win. They're keeping him looking strong on AEW, but Jeff Jarrett's a legend. All right. He's forgot more than you've learned. He forgot more in the last 2 minutes than you're going to learn in the rest of your life. Wild Card and Cardiff Trios match. And the winners, of course, were Claudio, Wheeler, and Mr. Pac, the Bastard. So AEW Collision again actually looked like a great show. I saw some parts of it. Of course, I saw the part with Christian Cage at the end with the House of Black. Looking good, man. Looking good. And this was all leading up to AEW All In, which was a monstrous show. Crowd was on fire. It looked like a jam-packed event. Here's a look at the card. Here's a look at the chairs that were live at the event. Not all fans get to get one, of course. But in this case, if you were lucky enough to snatch one of those, nice collector's piece right there. This one actually has a lot of the faces on there, so very good for autographs and meet and greets. We'll start off with a 16-man tag where Billington, Sabia, Romero, Top Flight, Andrade, and Roosh defeated Private Party, Dark Order, Lethal Davari, Singh, and Ogogo. Wow. No wonder. Keep this on 0 Hour, please. Willow Nightingale in 0 Hour as well was able to beat Chris Statlander. I didn't see that one coming. So Willow is the one right now in AEW to watch out for as maybe one of the next contenders for the Women's World Championship. Some shots from that match right there. And another winner here, Dustin Rhodes, Von Erich, Sammy Guevara, and Shibata picking up the win against Cage of Anthony and Undisputed Kingdom. And that would end your 0 Hour. And then, of course, there was something with Mrs. Soraya coming out complaining that she didn't have a match on the card, basically bitching and moaning. And then this would lead to the return of Jamie Hayter. She came back. She looks great. She also came back tonight on Dynamite, which we'll get into in a moment. An enraged Soraya made her way to the ring. She was flanked by the entire Knight family and attempted to hold up the show in protest. Basically, causing a stir over there. And then we get to the show itself. Finally, the London ladder match. And your winners, Pac, Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio are your new trios champions in AEW. Okay match. It was fun. I mean, but it was a spot fest. This was the most spot fest match of the night. And I didn't like that the ladders on the side of the ring, a lot of them were tiny, a lot of them were small. Like, come on, there should be all monstrous ladders there. You're in this huge ass stadium. Those little ass ladders have no business in that building. We move on to Toni Storm losing her title to Mariah May. I had been saying it for a while. A lot of people have been saying it. We all saw it coming. Mariah May, absolutely the right choice here to be your new AEW Women's World Champion. Great job. Great win. Mariah May is your new champion, so get used to the glamour. Hook defeated Chris Jericho and had his big stadium-defining moment, had all his special little shots. It was like a hardcore match, but Hook was able to put down the Ocho, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho putting over people all over the world. AEW World Tag Team Championships on the line, and I thought the Acclaimed were going to get the job done for a moment. Not only did that not happen, but the Young Bucks were able to retain their titles, and the grizzled young veterans made their debut. It's nice to see the boys back on the big stage here. Like I said, I thought Acclaimed was going to get it for a minute because, the crowd was actually hot for the Acclaimed. When they came out, they did a great job. They got over. There were some good spots in there where Max Caster did like 3 different finishers in a row, like from different teams. It was good. It was nice to see them getting cheered. And it was just nice to see them like having some, quality match time at a big venue, big show. I thought maybe we were going to make them multiple time champions right on the spot. That didn't happen, but that's okay. There's always next time, as they say in the world of professional wrestling. We move on to the Casino Gauntlet match for a guaranteed world title shot, and it was chaos. It was chaos. Ricochet made his debut. He is now all elite. We had Nigel McGuinness making his return there. Zack Sabre Jr., in my opinion, was the performer of the night. As far as that match is concerned, he killed his opportunity there. He killed his TV time. I mean, everybody got their chance to shine. Okada, Hangman. The order of entry was Orange Cassidy, Okada, Nigel McGuinness, Kyle O'Reilly, Zack Sabre Jr., Roderick Strong, Mark Briscoe, Hangman Page, Jeff Jarrett, Ricochet, Christian Cage, and then Luchasaurus, not Killswitch. Luchasaurus made his return, and we all thought that Lucha was going to turn on Christian Cage. Well, not me. When I say we, I mean all the dumbasses that were in Wembley that night that overpaid for their tickets. Those people all thought Lucha was coming to screw Christian Cage out of this opportunity. Instead, Luchasaurus comes down and grabs victory for Christian Cage, proving that he is a dominant competitor and a future AEW World Champion, Jay. Yeah, I've said it again. Shout out to Jay, by the way, if you're watching. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you get well soon. Jay had some issues, private issues that he's taking care of right now. So, we just want to make sure he's feeling better. MJF versus Mr. Will Ospreay for the AEW American Championship, and MJF killed it. He killed the entrance, he killed the match, taking that Tiger Driver at the end. MJF did absolutely everything the right way. It had Rocky vibes, America versus UK. It was great. Okay, this guy, Assassin's Creed, he's making money from Assassin's Creed. He's wearing Assassin's Creed gear and looking like an assassin. Now, let's take this in the big screen for a moment just so you can get a good look at Christian Cage right there being hoisted up in the air by Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus is back. I'm so happy about that. But MJF and Will Ospreay definitely had a great match, probably the second best match of the night. Very good storytelling, very good match, and an absolutely huge moment for Will Ospreay, who was able to put down MJF and reclaim back the international championship, which is just a good thing to see. A lot of fun. Mercedes Moné had her or money. Oh God, I don't even want to say it anymore. I'm just gonna start calling her Banksy's. Britt Baker over here did not get the win. Unfortunately, she lost to Mercedes Moné, who is still undefeated in AEW. Very slow-paced match. Listen, this match is evident to me that, she just can't go at the same rate that Thunder Rosa could. She can't go at the same rate Jamie Hayter can. She can't go at the same rate as Athena or Willow Nightingale or Dr. Britt Baker. And I can keep on going. She can't go at the same rate as Toni Storm or Mariah May or Marina Shafir. Mercedes Moné has to go at her own pace, and that's why they need to slow down her matches and actually make them less and less and less if they want to keep her relevant at all, because if she starts wrestling every week, she will get super exposed. Matches like this, high-profile matches, that's her ticket to maintaining success in the future. She needs to maintain these high-profile matches and continue to put on meaningful storylines. Hopefully the stories get a little better, because this last one just didn't do it for me. The cheesy little character that she's playing right now, I'm over it. I want to see the real Mercedes. Bring realism to your characters in AEW in 2024, Mercedes. Listen, you worked in Hollywood, you have the experience, you've been around producers, you've been around directors, you've been around artists, you have the biggest friends in the business. Find a way to reinvent yourself yet again and get away from this cheesy. You can be the CEO. Let them chant that shit. You don't need to be this cheesy, prototypical bad guy. You're trying so hard. And instead of you trying so hard, just be yourself, man. But be yourself to your best level. That's what you should be doing anyway, because you're getting paid millions of dollars. I expect more out of you, Mercedes Moné. You should be a locker room leader. You should be putting on the best segments. You should be entertaining me. And you are not yet. But I have faith in you, Mercedes. I'm gonna put some prayers out for you. I want you to have a big year, and I want you to actually be worth what Tony's paying you. Good shots from the match, though. Photos always look better than videos. I'll say that much. Jack Perry, I knew this was going to happen. I'm glad it happened. Jack Perry's on such a different trajectory right now with his career. He's running at he's running like a cheetah right now with all the things he's doing, what he did with the TNT title, what he did when he came back to AEW and attacked Tony Khan. The moves he's made, the statements he's made, the way he's talked, the way he's wrestled, the way he's snuck up on people, he's good. Jack Perry has finally proven to me that he is a player in All Elite Wrestling. I'm not going to say the world of wrestling. I don't think you can go to WWE and do the same thing he's doing right now yet. But in AEW, he is a player. I expect him to be a world champion one day. Darby Allin too. But not today. Right now, let's stick to the TNT title for these guys. This was actually a fun match. I would give this probably the third best match of the night, just because of the brutality of what Darby Allin was trying to do with gluing thumbtacks to his head like a maniac. I don't even think I'd be worried about the thumbtacks. I'd be more worried about getting the glue out later on. You know how long that shit takes? It takes a while. So big shout out to Darby Allin for always proving to be crazier than, the night before. He's great at that. And we get to the main event. So that was a great match to segue into the main event. Now, you had a lot of great matches up until this point. So for what these guys are about to do right after this lineup that we just had, all the matches I just showed you, is unbelievable. Not only did they put on the best match of the night, they easily put on match of the year. It's in contention with any other match you've seen. Their work rate outside the ring, their work rate inside of the ring, the movement, the timing, the connection, the chaining, the spots, even Swerve just eating that psycho knee, getting that house call and making it look like he killed the guy, making it look like he ended his career, maybe his life. Crowd was super into it. But you kind of knew what was going to happen when you see that stupid cowboy come out, Hangman Adam Page, who just can't let go of the past. He can't let go of the fact that Swerve is champion and he's not. He had to come to the ring and try to ruin it for Swerve Strickland. And that, in my opinion, no matter how good this match was, it's always going to be looked at as, Hangman kind of helped out a little bit. Hangman never shows up. I don't think Bryan Danielson is your world champion, but Hangman did show up, and Hangman decided to place his hands on destiny yet again and change the course of history in AEW. And now Bryan Danielson is AEW World Champion, and he has an opportunity to go down as the greatest AEW champion of all time, depending on what he does right now, how long he wrestles for, because he plans on wrestling until he probably can't anymore. I think that's his plan. He's going to just do this until he gets up one day, or maybe rolls out of the ring one day and says, okay, that's it. I'm done. Here's the title. I'm done. I can't. We'll see what happens. Maybe he's swerving all of us. Maybe this surgery he needs is minor. Maybe he's amping it up more. I don't know the details of the surgery. If anybody does, please leave them in the comments. But nonetheless, this was a fantastic match, and Swerve Strickland deserves everything that he got. He also signed a big deal, which we'll talk about a little bit now in the best segment of the show. If you're a fan of... And we have Superstar challenges Kenny Omega for a battle outside of the ring. And all this is Xavier Woods thinks he can take on Kenny Omega in Street Fighter yet again. I've challenged Kenny Omega and Xavier Woods to a game of WWE No Mercy. They've both refused to accept my challenge. They are scared of me. They know who Savage is in No Mercy. I will whoop your ass in No Mercy. Or what else? And GoldenEye. I'll whoop your ass in GoldenEye too. Eric Bischoff believes AEW All In should mark Bryan Danielson's last full-time match. Well, Bischoff, you're wrong yet again. You're wrong yet again. You say this bullshit, and then we have Dynamite, and everything you said is obviously irrelevant. as usual. Tony Khan called out for financial mismanagement over the Young Bucks' lucrative contracts. Mismanagement? Maybe, because when he first signed these guys, they were fucking nobodies. And I don't want to curse, but that's who they were. When they got signed to AEW, they were nobodies. Now they're somebodies. Now they're EVPs, super EVPs, evil EVPs. They're out of control EVPs. They're getting paid to do what they do, which is be assholes. And they're great at that. So whoever said this, whoever called out Tony Khan for financial mismanagement over the Young Bucks, shut your stupid ass up, because you should be calling him for that over other things, like wasting money on CM Punk, wasting all these 5-year contracts on talent who are going to come in, and you don't know if they're going to wrestle 5 years. Maybe they're only going to wrestle one. Hire these people on 1 off, 2 off, 3 offs. See what they're going to bring to the table before you give them the bag, bro. What are you doing, Tony? What are you doing? Even me. I'm not going to take the bag from you until you let me put on a show for you a few times. And then if you like what you see, you give me the bag. The Bucks, you like what they saw. You gave them the bag. End of story. MJF furious over being cheated at All In. All right. Whoever posted this is an idiot too. MJF wakes up furious every single day, whether he's the champion or not. Okay? Let's be honest. Come on. Let's be honest. Britt Baker shows off bite marks left by Mercedes Moné after intense match. I wouldn't call it intense. The hype up was maybe a little more intense on the last week of Dynamite, but the match itself was a match. It was a match. Ricochet addresses the likelihood of reviving the Prince Puma character after his debut. And guess what? No, he's not going to do it. He has no absolute plans of doing it. So get it out of your stupid heads. AEW expands merchandise. All this means is they hired a new artist to make t-shirts. And what did he make? We see text fonts over here. Shut your ass up. Whoever wrote this stupid breaking news for AEW, this is pathetic. AEW star Miro back in the United States after time away in Bulgaria? Really? All right, so he's back in the United States. What does that mean? It means he's going to wrestle? We're going to see him on TV? I don't think so. I would love it. Miro, if you're out there, bro, number one, how is that cake? And number two, what is going on? All right, you wrote on my title. You autographed it, God's Next Champion. I have it right there. I would grab it right now, but it's not worth my fucking time. Jesus Christ. Swerve Strickland's new AEW contract considered one of the biggest deals in company history. What this means is Swerve Strickland just got paid more than CM Punk, more than Mercedes, and deservedly so. Swerve just had one of the best runs of any AEW champion we've ever seen on planet Earth. He has put on collectively a series of matches that if you compare them month to month, pay-per-view to pay-per-view, to any wrestler of the past, whether it be Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, Randy Orton, John Cena, Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, Bobby Lashley, Booker T, Brock Lesnar. Look at the first 8 title defenses. The guy's putting on magic, bro. And he deserves every penny he just got. So I'm happy for that. Fans opt out for a bathroom break during Chris Jericho's match at All In. And this doesn't surprise me. I've seen this at the shows I've gone to. Most of them are, as soon as his music hits, they are at the concession stand buying hot dogs and Coca-Colas and being pigs. That's what they're doing. That's what they're being. All right. Now we had a lot of action with Dynamite tonight. All right. That was, I just bring you Rampage, I bring you Collision, and I bring you All In and breaking news in under 24 minutes, because that's what Wrestling with Savage does. But before we move on, okay, to Dynamite, we're going to move on to this. This was a documentary I made a few weeks ago, and I made it in a rush. I worked on this probably 37 hours straight. I worked on it much more than 37 hours, but the final 37 hours where the crunching was finally happening. I had broken down all the content in folders, separated it by categories, put together chapters and scenarios and stories and photos that I wanted to use to tell the story. Bottom line is this. I have put a lot of work into a lot of things, but as far as video editing goes, I don't think I ever worked harder on anything in my life. And I still messed up on it. I messed up on the audio because it was a problem making it the last few times. It kept like crashing, and apparently editing such large files. My computer's good, but apparently it's not that good. So Savage needs to upgrade some equipment here. So the next doc we make will be even better, even smoother, even faster. But I just wanted to give a crack at this, at making like an actual documentary kind of style thing with voiceovers and guest appearances. And I did that because that's part of the process of staying Savage. And this is also part of the process. Battle in the Borough, October 19th, 2024. Spencer Slade with Savage versus Crowbar. Savage Heavyweight Championship is on the line. And I need you guys to take a look at this because this is something else I put a lot of work into, and I hope you enjoy it. Crowbar on October 19th at Battle in the Borough. You get a chance to step in the ring with the biggest star in professional wrestling today, a technical powerhouse filled with suplexes and submissions, and Savage knows what a megastar looks like. Savage understands what is needed to take a star like Spencer Slade to the absolute top and have his face plastered around billboards across the world, because he is a megastar, unlike you, who is a washed-up, has-been WCW legend. And guess what? You talk about being timeless, Crowbar, on October 19th in front of your friends and in front of your family. Your time is up, bitch. Time's running out, Crowbar. I warned you. Messed up, man. Battle in the Borough is hyped up, though. I'm excited for it. I'm going to be on commentary that day. I probably have another few surprises up my sleeves. Expect a lot on this day. There's a meet and greet at 6 o'clock. Matches are going to start at 7th. Tickets start at $25. You can call that phone number on your screen to pick up tickets now. We got some matches to look forward to. Bulldog Pittman taking Alex Ryman on. Rick Recon taking on Kenny Bengal. Tiffany Grady taking on Tiffany Avatar. Marcus Mathers taking on Anthony Gangone. And, of course, the main event, the Savage Heavyweight Championship, is on the line. Slade versus Crowbar. And I look forward to ending the career of Crowbar. It's going to be a good time. I'm very excited about it. And if you're a Crowbar fan out there, I feel bad for you, man, because it's hot in here right now, but it's not as hot as it's going to be when I send Crowbar straight to hell. Let's get into Dynamite, shall we? All right. AEW Dynamite, let's say. Here's the card for tonight. I thought Ishii and Hangman were going to be the main event because they had put it up there, but nope, that would not be the main event. Instead, Moxley would open up the show coming on out and having that mean mug on his face, and he gets in the ring and talks to Tony Schiavone over here and tells Tony, this is not your company anymore. What? What do you mean this is not your company anymore? Now, we'll get into this, but let's talk about that for a moment. John Moxley came in the ring and said, this is not your company anymore. Is Shane McMahon coming back? Is Shane McMahon here? Is Vince here? Imagine the irony of all this. If now all the trash that we've heard Moxley talk about the McMahons, but now maybe he's working with them? Maybe. Small chance. I don't think so. I think it's something else. I think he's just using that verbiage to get a certain reaction, to get this reaction from people like me, people like you who want to see what's going to happen with that storyline. Could it happen? We get a promo from Mark Briscoe over here who, well, as usual, covers for everybody, gets everybody involved, does a really good job of hyping up everybody. Then we move on to the first match of the night, which is Ishii versus Hangman Adam Page. Hangman Adam Page able to pick up the win in a pretty physical match that took about 20 to 30 minutes. There was this head spot right there. I thought this guy was going to break his neck. Nice backdrop, good clothesline. Hangman able to pick up the win. And then we're supposed to hear from Swerve Strickland for the first time since All In, and we do, but it was right after this Hangman match. And Swerve came out, and let's just say Swerve cooked Hangman Adam Page on the mic tonight. Cooked him to the point where he made the man walk away because he basically told him exactly the kind of man he is, which is a loser when it comes to big opportunities. Hangman can't get the job done. Even if he's beat Swerve 3 times, he never beat him when it mattered for an actual title shot or, the title itself. He never even got close. Okay? This was good. This was all good. This is the best I've seen Swerve look and feel on the mic, and the confidence is there. The swagger is there. Like he said, he's always going to be referred to as a world champion, and this is not going to be his last world championship. When you look at that picture, you're looking at Prince Nana, who's the manager of Swerve Strickland, and what that means is he's the manager of someone that's a multiple-time world champion. Swerve Strickland will be a 5-time, 7-time AEW world champion in the next 5 years. 100%. Jamie Hayter went on to defeat Harley Cameron. And by the way, Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page are going to have a steel cage match at All Out, which is later on at the end of the month. End of September. We're not even in September yet. We're still in August, and it's getting crazy on AEW. Jamie Hayter made her come back to Dynamite, picking up the win against Harley Cameron. Harley Cameron having a rough go of it lately. She lost the other night. She's losing tonight. Looks good losing, though, I'll say that. But Jamie Hayter got the job done. Saraya looks very upset, very devastated. She's still pissed off. She didn't get an opportunity to be on the card. How she was not on the card at Wembley Stadium is beyond me. She's a big UK star. What are we doing? I don't understand. Jamie Hayter nonetheless looks good on the comeback. Chris Jericho, the Ocho, the learning tree, the apex of professional wrestling. Chris Jericho, he's on the mic telling everybody what's up, even congratulating Hook, saying the only reason he won is because he finally learned something from the learning tree. And that was the point the whole time. Roderick Strong says he's honored to be working with him, even if it's for one time, but he actually asked him for some help with Kyle O'Reilly. We'll see what happens there. I wasn't expecting to see this. I thought they were saving that maybe for another night, but here comes MJF. He comes out. He's going to have an explosive promo, and that's going to get cut short by Mr. Daniel Garcia, who literally came out and just tried to tombstone this man off the top rope, off the second rope, like what MJF did to him, tried to break his neck in front of his mother, in front of his family. Because that's the kind of guy MJF is. I like that kind of guy. He doesn't have any remorse, doesn't give a shit, doesn't care. Fuck you, fuck him. It's all about me, MJF. Because that's what you need. That's the attitude you need in the world of pro wrestling if you want to get to the top. You can either make money or you can make friends, and MJF understands that well. Does Daniel Garcia understand that? We will find out, because now they have a match at All Out in Chicago, so look forward to it. But yeah, Daniel Garcia looked good here tonight. Looked strong. The guy was trying to hit him with power drivers left and right. Security would come out. MJF would put up a fight. It was a nice segment to hype up that match, and we're like 4 weeks away from that match. Chris Jericho, Big Bill, Brian Keith, Roderick Strong, they take the loss to Hook and the conglomeration, Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, and Mark Briscoe. Good action here, fun action, definitely a fun match. You didn't actually mind this match. I usually hate 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 of these crazy tag matches, but this one was actually fun. I enjoyed watching everyone in the ring tonight. Everybody had their moments. Mark Briscoe was having some fun. I almost cracked up bad when he did this Karate Kid shit. I mean, it led to his demise. Compliments of Roderick Strong were that backbreaker, but Mark Briscoe's a great worker. He knows how to entertain people, and I'm not going to lie, he's one of the most entertaining guys in AEW right now. Okay, he defines the role of sports entertainer. He is great. He is funny, and he can go. He can wrestle. He can fly off the top rope, high flying power moves, low ground power moves. Nice melee game, and just a good character. Funny, likable, lovable, even. Mark Briscoe's going places, people. Pay attention to that man, because he knows how to work. He knows how to put in maximum effort, and you could see the happiness in his eyes when he's even there, bro. Because, when you really love this shit, and then you're actually there and you're getting to work, you love it. You see the people, you can tell. You can look at the wrestlers and see which ones love it. Mark Briscoe loves it. Loves it. I love that flying knee right there by Roderick Strong, one of my favorite in-ring competitors. Good match, fun match. I had a good time. Roderick Strong made a statement. He held up that FTW title over Hook. Maybe he's going to come take that. And then, of course, they let us know we're going to hear from Mercedes Moné. And again, the cheesy celebration. We don't need to see this from you. I already went off earlier on a rant about this. We don't need to see this cheesiness from you, Mercedes Moné. Just be yourself. You have a much better career. You have more fun. You have more fans, and you'll make more money for a longer time. Trust me, Mercedes Moné. Private Party, I see what you're trying to do. You're just trying to elevate yourselves, trying to stand near someone who has status over the zombies, but the real wrestling fans know Mercedes Moné needs to step up her game. And so do you, Private Party. Step up your game. You got shitted on by Okada, who's always a star. Okada made this entire segment watchable. So shout out to you. Now, an even bigger shout out to the new AEW Women's World Champion, Mariah May. We're about to have our championship celebration. And guess what? That championship celebration got canceled because she said this town is a dump. I'm not doing shit here. This place sucks. But you know what? It wasn't a celebration for her, but I guarantee you the fans there were celebrating. And let me put this next picture on, because once I put that next picture on, I don't think you guys are going to be changing the channel. I don't think you're going to be. I'll just put this up on the big screen. The 4 people that are in here now, you're going to stay here. You're not going anywhere, because you're looking at glamour. You're looking at Mariah May. You're looking at a woman who went on a mission to become the women's world champion, and she accomplished it by beating the best women's world champion they've had in a long time, in Toni Storm. And not only did she beat her, but she confided in her. She worked with her. There was this beautiful story there. They were over, and then they were over. You know what I mean? It was great. Good storytelling, good work by Mariah May. No sight of Toni Storm. So Mariah May got her full moment tonight, but canceled the celebration. There'll be a celebration in the future to come. And goddamn, Mariah May, let's take a moment to appreciate our new AEW Women's World Champion. God damn. And the young grizzled veterans were in the house to basically shit on the Young Bucks again. Young Bucks saying, wow, that's a way to make a first impression on us. But you know what? I like it. I like it. Fuck the Young Bucks. Do your thing, grizzled young veterans, and you might just make it, kids. Look good. They look good. I'm ready to see it, man, and grit your teeth. Now, another one of my boys, okay? Now, I've been saying for a long time, Takeshita is the alpha. He is the omega. He is pound for pound, maybe the best wrestler in the world. It's up there. He's just that good in my eyes. His movement, I mean, the only guy that he can't beat is probably Spencer Slade. But besides that, Takeshita is a stud, guys. He's a superstar. He's going to have a chance to prove himself again this Friday on Rampage. Takeshita, the Beast Immortals, Commander, and Leo Rush are going in action in a fatal 4-way match. And they were hyping up Takeshita on tonight's video package. They were hyping him up. They're getting ready to make him a star. I'm telling you, that's another future world champion in my pick. Him, Jack Perry, Darby Allin, Pac, a couple of guys, Ricochet, maybe. We'll see what he can do, because he's back. He's back wrestling, and he's in AEW. He took on Kyle Fletcher tonight. Match of the night. Main event was great. Ricochet picking up the big win. Didn't work out so well for him at the end. It was a great match, like I said. Definitely match of the night. If you missed it, you want to go back and watch it. It's great to see the possibilities that we got this for a moment. We thought, oh, we're going there. Will Ospreay came out, and he was about to challenge Ricochet, I think, or let him know, hey, friend, you can have a match with me. But someone known as the Bastard, he would come out, and he would make sure with that reverse Frankensteiner on the stage that he claimed Will Ospreay. He told Ricochet, you just got here, boy. Welcome to AEW, but now get to the back of the line, because this one here, he's mine. And I love Pac. And I thought this was a big move for him, because everyone loves Will Ospreay. And for you to, you're the trios champion now, and you're also pushing to get the international championship off this guy. And these two probably can put on maybe the best wrestling match that's ever existed. That's how good and talented they both are. Testament to them. Pac making a statement. Big statement. Ricochet, of course, checking on Will Ospreay. But he didn't really, he didn't run out there when Will was getting abused and hurt. We got one more shot of Jon Moxley, and someone had the balls to ask him, what did you mean earlier tonight? And Moxley gave us a little sample of that, showing us Marina Shafir, joining him in his company. And she beat up all the security guards. She beat up the cameraman. And all Moxley would tell us is that people need to have some, I guess the people got to be humble, or something like that. People need to calm down. Bryan Danielson will address his future on AEW Dynamite tonight, and that's exactly what he did. He came out and said he's going to be the greatest AEW World Heavyweight Champion of all time. He's ready to accept challengers. He said that was his favorite moment in his career, and then he got attacked by none other than Mr. Scapegoat. Bryan was getting emotional about to cry. Well, he's about to cry. Jack Perry on the Megatron over there. He's talking his trash, and then guess what? Jack Perry's not only on the TV. Oh, by the way, shout out to both of them. All right. Mariah May, new world champion. Bryan Danielson, your AEW world champion. Good shit. But this would all get interrupted. Jack Perry was not only there on the TV, but he also came out and attacked Bryan Danielson, put him down. That closed Dynamite. So Jack Perry, now you're new, I guess, out of nowhere, number one contender for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, or at least he's making the run at Bryan Danielson. And this could be a really good storyline. We'll see where they go with this. WWE star versus the son of a Hollywood star, now up and rising superstar in the world of wrestling, former tag team champion known as Jungle Boy, worked with Luchasaurus, and now TNT champion, all on his own. The Scapegoat Jack Perry versus Bryan Danielson should be a fun match. AEW shop, AEW.com. You can pick up merch right now. They got a new Bryan Danielson shirt, new Swerve shirt. A lot of things going there on Shop AEW. Jamie Hayter's got her new shirt out. Hologram's got a new shirt out. AEW's got some nice merch, man. Check it out. Here's a look at your new world champions and collective tag team champions. These are all your champions in AEW as of right now. Some big changes on the board. New world champion, new women's world champion, new trios champion, and a new international champion. And the American champion is no more. No more. All Out, Saturday, September 7th, live on pay-per-view. Be on the lookout for that. We got some matches already announced. Will Ospreay will be taking on Pac. And then, of course, Grand Slam on September 25th. Get your tickets now. Next year, All In will be in Texas. And I'm surprised they announced that from here, man. It's been a hot one tonight. And that, just like Dynamite. Dynamite was hot tonight. They came out the gates hot. The show was on fire, had good storytelling, and great progression to everyone's character except for maybe Mercedes Moné. She needs to step it up, okay? Step it up, Moné. I'm glad you were here to see this. I'm glad I was able to bring you the entire week of AEW in under 42 minutes. That's what I do here on Wrestling with Savage. Everybody have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Savage Storm Super Wrestling Show, bitch.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, wrestling you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a body slam. Choke slam, hit you raw, this is wrestling with Savage. Back down, hold the title, this is wrestling with Savage.
The epitome of scrapping them toe to toe. We ride or die, my kingdom's with me, legendary up in my row. Terry limbs up on my pole, the ankle lock grip is accurate. Greek God in the flesh, every move is immaculate.
Savage Kingdom, march on bones. Savage Kingdom, fight, we reign. Savage Kingdom, march on bones. Savage Kingdom, fight, we reign.
I be the king of the ring, the mightiest force to be reckoned with. The unstoppable, immovable manager, cause an exodus of other voices making money, choices, and wins. PG era is dead, the Savage era begins.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, wrestling you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a body slam. Choke slam, hit you raw, this is wrestling with Savage. Back down, hold the title, this is wrestling with Savage.
The real boss of all bosses, pile drivers, hip tosses. We holding multiple titles while you keep stacking up losses. Roster talent that flosses, y'all can't even present a match. I'm Minotaur in his army, breaking backs upon the mats.
Savage Kingdom, march on bones. Savage Kingdom, fight, we reign. Savage Kingdom, march on bones.
What is needed to take a star like Spencer Slade to the absolute top and have his face plastered around billboards across the world? Because he is a megastar, unlike you, who is a washed-up, has-been WCW legend. And guess what? You talk about being timeless, Crowbar. Well, on October 19th, in front of your friends and in front of your family, your time is up, bitch.